Welcome troops, welcome back to the Litanah army. I'm Lit and this is Fortnite Save the World. And what I want to share with you today is how I've just done 1078 malachite in less than an hour. And there's lots of ways to get malachite, but I'm going to share all the ways with you, but I'm also going to definitely share with you the fastest way to get it. So stay tuned and let me teach you how to do that. Okay then, so the obvious ways to get malachite, first of all, you can get them through loot llamas, you know, the llamas that the outlanders drop, you know, so when you get the purple orbs, you can get the malachite that way. You've also got storm chests as well. You can farm storm chests and get malachite really quick. I saw a really good Aiden Harris video where he did something like 100 storm chests in one day. That's a really great way to get a ton of malachite. You can also look at like what we're doing here. We're looking through caves. You can see I've just found some in the footage here, and you can find bits of malachite in there, but if you look when I farm this one, I actually only get one malachite from this, so it's not really enough to make it a viable farming method. So the last way to get it, and the best way to get it, I believe, is trading. Now, hold your breath a second there. I know I said don't trade, but there is a way to trade. You know, I do believe that trading's got a place in Fortnite Save the World. So if you look a lot of the time, I've never said to take for Epic Games to actually take trading out of the game. What I actually want them to do is make it so there's safer trades. We've talked about the trade boxes like you have in World of Warcraft, where both persons got to, you know, both people have got to press trade at the same time. But trading materials is absolutely necessary, I think, if you're going to keep on top of all your materials. Now, you don't need it as in, you know, sometimes if you've got lots of time, then you're not going to need to trade that way. But, you know, if you're someone like me who's making, you know, YouTube videos and you've got a family, you know, and you've got jobs and things like that, then it's going to take a long time. Now, the ways that you can, the places that you can trade, somewhere like maybe the Fortnite Reddit server is really good. I'll try and link that down below because there's kind of a Reddit server on there what is just purely for trading. And in there, you know, most of the guys in there are super friendly. There's always a risk of scamming. But like we said in the new player video yesterday, if you make a lot of friends, if you're very social in Save the World like I am, or when you're in games, you know, chat to people, then, you know, you'll find that you'll get people who trade with, and people will just give you stuff as well. I mean, just today, I deliberately did it for this video. You know, I wanted to see how much malachite I could get in 1 hour. Now, the people that donated to me, these are all in my Discord, so if there's a Discord link down below, you can check these for validation. But if you go down, if you join my Discord and have a look in there, you'll find all these people in there. You've got Griffin Fenrir who's in there. He gave me 206 malachite. You know, we traded all these. These are all fair trades. No one just gave me these. I traded these back for things what the other people needed. You've got Alpha Rex 10, he gave me 77. Flood Crusher gave me 50 malachite. Drillmaster 2017 gave me 90 malachite. Carter NL, who was absolutely fantastic. We exchanged nuts and bolts. He gave me 235. No, sorry, he gave me 400 malachite. Jay gave me 235 malachite. KSA Fire, who's a fan of the channel, gave me 18 malachite. And then Chief Dragon also, he was a low level, but he'd picked up 2 malachite on his travels in, you know, missions and things like that. And he gave me 2 malachite as well. So in total, that should come up to 1,078, which is what we actually got in total. So in my actual inventory right now, there's 1,078 malachite. I'll validate that at the end. So at the end of the intro, when the intro's finished playing, I'll just show you my inventory in there and show you that the malachite's in there, because obviously you guys need proof of that. But guys, there's ways to trade, there's safe ways to do it. Now, the problem what you've got is every time you do a trade in somewhere like global chat, there's a huge chance that you're going to get scammed. So you've got to be super careful in there. I definitely wouldn't advise it. You know, I think the better way is to make friends. Now, you're going to need things pretty quickly, but if you're in a social group like our Discord or like the Reddit, you know, the Fortnite Reddit, or maybe like the Facebook page that's out there. There's Aiden Harris talked about a Facebook page where people just trade and things like that. Personally, I'm not on Facebook, but you know, for people that are, then that's definitely something that can be used and stuff like that. But making friends, making people know you're in game, and then, you know, it just makes the whole experience better as well, because not only does it help you with trading, it actually comes down to when you need help with missions, you need help with a storm shield, you know, you might need help with just some information on a particular quest. I know some people had trouble with the Blockbuster event quest at the end of Blockbuster finale, where there weren't enough people joining the missions. And if you've got lots of friends in game, then what you'll actually find is that won't be a problem for you. You'll be able to get them extremely easily. So, you know, I traded things like nuts and bolts to get these. I traded things like, you know, some level 82 weapons that I had. I mean, I wouldn't advise trading weapons because you can trade your own. But, you know, if that person really wants that thing, then you can do that. You know, I traded some gizmos, you can see me picking up here as well. all different types of like mechanical parts on there. There's just a ton of things that you can do. There's going to be things that you've got in your inventory, believe it or not, even if you think there isn't, that people want. It might even be basic mats. Now, things like nuts and bolts, you know, the average rate I find on there is probably about 5 to 1. So, you know, 5 nuts and bolts per 1 malachite. But if you get an idea on that, then that's a way to actually, you know, you'll get good at trading. And if you kind of have a good Discord with an etiquette in there, then you'll tend to find it's absolutely fine. Never try and trade something that you'll be gutted if you lose. So example, if you've only got that one gravedigger that somebody gave you and you've not got another one, I probably wouldn't even trade that for malachite, because if it gets stolen, not only have you not got the malachite, but you've got nothing to trade with as well going forward. So, do you know, farm mats that you think other people might need. If you know, if you're not so good at farming malachite, but you're really good at farming nuts and bolts, then go out and farm nuts and bolts, get a ton of those, you know, get your Outlander on. If you're really good at farming basic materials, so you could say to someone, you know, you can have a 4k stack of metal or a 4k stack of brick or wood, and just trade that way. There's just a ton of ways that you can do it. But you tend to find if you're in a social group, most people are going to be super friendly and they're going to want to help you. And better yet, you know, they might even help you farm as well, which would be even better. There's no kind of set way that you should get malachite, you know, so there's lots of different guides. Some people are going to say, no, it's best just to do llamas, or you know what, Litanah, just farm storm chests. Caves are, you know, caves are okay. It's a bit cringy just doing it in caves like we're doing here, just because it's really difficult sometimes, I think, to get enough malachite. I mean, if you go into a rural map on your own, you're probably going to come out with like anywhere between 5 and 10 malachite max. That might go up in Canny Valley quite a lot. I don't know. I'm not. Sorry, in Twine. Later on, I'm not actually in Twine just yet, so it may go up significantly in Twine. But even if you're doing missions, storm chests, utilizing the llamas, going in all the caves, it's not going to match a good trade. You know, good trades are going to always trump, if you like, though, that kind of farming, because someone's already done it. Someone's already got that stack of malachite there. Especially, you know, if you're in the chat, or if you're in your Discord groups or your Facebook groups or your Reddit groups, what you will find is a lot of these players will have actually moved up into Twine. They're going to have great weapons already. They're going to be looking for things like Shadow Shard, Obsidian, Sunbeam, stuff like that. Or maybe they're just looking for nuts and bolts, because, you know, in Twine, traps play a much, much bigger part than what they do, you know, lower down in the lower areas. So what you may find is that they just want a ton of nuts and bolts, because they've been using traps on absolutely everything, which is one of the things that me and, you know, Carter NL spoke about earlier today. He was making lots of traps with Jamesy from the Discord. So, you know, that was something that he really, really needed. So I traded nuts and bolts, and instead, you know, and as a result, I got 400 malachite, which is absolutely huge. I think the key thing to remember is as well, just be careful of the scammers out there. If you must trade in global and there's no other way around it, then you just remember the things that we said, you know, always trade in missions, try not to trade at home bases, because there's ways of getting under the floor in Stonewood, Plankerton and in Twine as well. We've not seen a way of getting under the floor in Canny Valley yet, but there's definitely ways to get underneath the floor if you're in the other areas. Also as well, only trade one-on-one, you know, don't let other people into groups, so try not to trade in groups where you can help it. If you know the group, I've traded in groups today, but only because I've known the people, I've played missions with them before, I've given them more than what they've given me, so I've actually, you know, given them weapons and said, you know, try this out, or, you know, I've just reviewed this weapon, it's awesome, give it a try. And that's another way that you can do it, so you can actually have it whereby you're helping out in that kind of sense, and you're kind of helping each other. Another thing to look out for as well when you're doing trading, and to be careful of scamming, try to trade only with soldiers. The main reason being, constructors can phase shift, so they can, you know, move over quickly and go and grab your weapon. Ninjas have got a ton of mobility that just make them really tricky to keep an eye on, because they've got the double jump, they can move a little bit quicker. And then also as well, you've got the constructors, and I showed you one of my earlier videos when we were looking at the base designs, that constructors can put the decoy onto you and actually stop you from moving for a few seconds, giving them enough time to go and pick up the weapon before you actually get a chance to pick up yours. I think it's, do you know, a lot of people don't like me reporting on the scamming side of things, but do you know what? I kind of look at this channel kind of as a bit of a journalism channel, a bit of a news channel, and I don't want to shy away from any areas of the game. You know, I will cover, you know, the scammers, I will cover trading, because I'm not against trading, I'm not adverse to trading. I actually think Epic are on the right track when it comes to allowing trade in the game. I think that's a great thing. I just think it would be much, much better, you know, if they had some sort of official trading process in place. Example, like a trade box, or something like that, you know. And then now with the recombobulator on there, where we can kind of make our own weapons and we can tweak things on there, I think that is absolutely awesome. I think it's such a, you know, got so much potential for us to actually use, that is something that we shouldn't really be missing out on, and something that we can evolve as part of the game. But we've got to work together on this, as I said. I know that scammers are getting reported. I don't know if people have had any luck reporting them and actually getting something back from that. Do you know, has anybody had something on there where they've reported a scammer and then got the little bear ticket back saying that action's been taken? I've not seen any yet. I've seen it for people going AFK. I've not seen any for the scammers just yet. But, you know, definitely, guys, just make sure that you stay safe when you are trading. Our Discord's always open. People probably won't trade with you immediately. You're going to have to make friends in there. You're going to have to do missions with people. But even so, I would still say keep yourself protected. But once you've built up a bit of rapport, it's just great because you can log in. Do you know, I log in every morning and I know there's going to be someone who I can play with in games. You know, I know there's going to be someone who'll jump in. And that happened before I was even a YouTuber. So before I was even a YouTuber, I had a small group of friends who were playing Save the World who, you know, I could turn to if I needed things. And that way, again, if I said, oh, I need 100 nuts and bolts for this, or, you know, oh, I need to make this gun, but I need 3 malachite, we just shared it all the time. And so forth, and we didn't even ask for anything in return, so it wasn't really a trading system per se that we were using. We were just kind of, you know, just helping each other out as friends and sharing mats. But if Epic get a process in place where there is an official trading system, I actually think it'll open up the game. It'll completely eradicate the problem, you know, the main problem, because the 3 things that you see most of all on the Reddit, you guys know me, I go on Reddit quite a lot. The 3 things that you see most of all in Reddit are, you know, scamming, you know, so people, you know, trying to scam other people. Oh, I got scammed, I lost my gun. The second one that you see all the time is anybody want to trade. You know, you've only got to look down in global chat to see that as well. People asking, you know, do you want to trade this? Do you want to trade that? And then the third one, which is a nicer one, if you like, is a Storm Shield defense request. But they're the 3 main things that I see, you know, people asking for in global and that I see talked about on Reddit. If Epic can't address that and can't see that, then we have a bit of an issue. I think they will address it. I think it'll come soon. I think it's one of those unwritten things. I mean, the simple solution at the moment for Epic to say, if you're getting scammed, stop trading. We've given you all the tools what you need to actually get everything that you want. So if you're going to gamble that and trade, then, you know, that's kind of on you. And they're kind of right in a sense, but it wouldn't hurt, I don't think, to have something in there. But guys, that's all we've got time for. As I said, that's how we did 1,078 malachite in less than an hour. If you have a look on the end screen, just after I've played the little outro, I'll actually show my inventory in there so you guys can actually see that we've actually got that in there as well, just so you can see how much we've got. I don't think I've used any of it since we did this, but I put the alert out, you know, this morning, and I think it took us 56 minutes, something like that. Then that's when we had well over 1,000 malachite, and even after that I had to put in the Discord, you know, guys, I've got enough malachite now, you know, so, you know, stop with the request kind of thing, which is absolutely fantastic and just shows what a great community can do and how powerful it can be. So guys, let me know your experiences with trading. I would absolutely love to know. What's the fastest you've ever got a certain material? Be that obsidian, sunbeam, do you know, malachite, or whatever it may be. Could even be silver. Do you know, what's the fastest you can do it? Maybe you could do a test as well, maybe using your social media networks, you know, maybe using your social media contacts, and see if you can get like 1,000 silver or 1,000 malachite and see how fast you can do it in without using global chat, you know, and let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear that. Guys, if you're not a subscriber to the channel already, make sure you subscribe. I know I've said it 1,000 times in here, but there is the Discord group down below, so make sure that you jump in there as well, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching this, guys. Okay, guys, so as promised then, so if we go over to the armory, go to backpack, and then go to materials, here is all the malachite. So 200, 4, 6, 8, 1,081. So I've actually got slightly more than what we thought we had. I thought we had 1,078, but it turns out we've actually got, what have I got on here? Yeah, I got us at 1,078, but it turns out we've actually got, looks like 1,081. So massive thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next video.